things. Time to get away. Oh, wow. Carry me home. Time to get away.
You're Mecha Man. You're dead, I thought.
This on the inside. My suit was destroyed.
You have a lot left to give. I would like to make you an offer.
This is SDN. How can we help you?
You want me to sit in an office and dispatch heroes?
In exchange, we can make you Mecha Man again. Washed up dad bod superhero with no superpowers. Can't wait.
Whenever there's a crisis in the area, we get a call, and guess who answers?
Me.
Too easy.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that.
What are you doing in Visigal? Is that your car?
I don't have a car.
That's gonna be a weird insurance claim.
The way things are going, I'd cut the whole damn team.
All of you in this room have set this program ablaze with your bullshit.
You're right at home behind that desk because you're no hero. You're a nerd playing a video game in a suit your daddy built.
You gonna eat those Twinks?
That's not what they're... You know what? Help yourself.
What's your name, little guy?
My name's Beef, and I'm naked.
Oh, no, I refuse to believe that's what he sounds like.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another session of IndieX 2025 Showcase. I am Anna, also known as OneRing, and I have the pleasure of bringing you today's game, which is Dispatch. This game has been one of the most expected games from, lots of especially lots of fans from Telltale games, right? Since AdHoc founders worked, which are the ones behind Dispatch, have been also working on some titles like The Wolf Among Us and Tales from the Borderland. Now, today, I have with me Charles, the lead game designer of Dispatch. Charles, thank you so much for being here. I'm very, very excited for today's session. And tell me a little bit about it. Tell me a little bit about what has Dispatch been, especially since yesterday it got released, the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's insane to see something that we worked so long, like finally in the hands of people. and people are not hating it, because I think as developers we are always like, everyone's gonna just not enjoy this at all because I have seen this like 200 times. I cannot like it as I did in the beginning, right? So something changes, but to see people reacting so well yesterday was really awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I really can imagine that this is a big thing. And I wanted to start off before heading into the game. I wanted to start off essentially this patch is being described as combining the Telltale style, choice-based narrative, right? But with a layer of strategy and management, right? And I wanted to ask you from your perspective, how would you describe the game, and how would you, if you had to sell it in one sentence, how would you do it?
Oh man, selling is hard because I've been so much involved more in the gameplay, right, than the story. But the story is what really carries the game more deeply, right, in lots of ways. Uh, I think probably saying that is like a comedy management game where
Okay.
your choices matter, I think would be the make the most sense, because both on gameplay and on story, choices really do matter. They really change how things are gonna turn out, and you guys gonna start seeing that as more episodes come forward. Like stuff that you didn't think was even gonna impact stuff is gonna change
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of things.
I
Yeah.
mean, that is what I'm most expectant for. So I'm going to try a couple of saves with different things to to play around. Now let's head into the game. I'm going to select. Yes, I have played it already, not as much as I would like to because the game is quite well, 24 hours. Didn't release for 24 hours, so
Yeah.
I wasn't able to put that many time there. I have played the demo, but I have already played, and as we were discussing on the backstage, probably playing this second um, episode will be more interesting to talk about the game, about the choices, and about everything that is. So I want to start off maybe if you could tell me a little bit about your role in AdHoc and your role in this particular game.
Yeah. So I have been in ad hoc for a while already. I think 5 years, and I was working on The Wolf Among Us 2 before being moved into Dispatch a few years ago. Which I was the sole designer for a long time. I was the only guy doing design in the game, besides my boss Nick Harmon, right, which is one of the creators of Wolf One and Tales of the Borderlands that you mentioned in the beginning. And this patch has been just figuring out what the gameplay is gonna be, basically, right from the
Yeah.
beginning, because I don't think we wanted to keep walking around collecting key items, doing the stuff that Telltale always did on other games like this, right?
Point and
We
click,
wanted to have a
essentially.
bigger, yeah, we wanted something that was more clear and intentional. And I think that's what the dispatch mechanic and the hacking came to be. Like they
Mhm.
fit way more into the story and they make sense in this universe more than moving around the office and clicking on stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. And essentially, the game's premise is a former hero, right? And is going to come as this dispatcher, manage a team of former supervillains, right? Which is pretty
Yeah.
cool. Um, how did you approach the karma system, the reputation, all of this? Maybe I should have put this without a timer so we could talk a little bit more about the choices. I'm not sure if I can do it.
I don't. Yeah, we don't. There's no timer for choices, sadly.
Okay, okay. So yeah, I will go for whatever. But yeah, go on ahead.
Yeah, so I think making the choices impact, and both the choices impact gameplay and gameplay impact choices was a really tricky thing, because to ask video or to ask content to be changed when we have an idea on gameplay, and vice versa when they have an idea on the cinematic side to put into gameplay, it was always like a disruption, right? We
Yeah.
had to redo a lot of work. So but at the end of the day we tried doing more it's not a one-to-one choice sometimes. It's not like
Yeah.
you did this and this happens. It's more like there are these 5 things that can happen. If you treat this character well on these 5 moments, that's gonna
Yeah.
happen at the end, and gameplay might be 2 of those, and the others are the other part. Like his eyebrows, right? Like when you play the shift, he's not gonna have them, right? Like there's small stuff like that,
Yeah.
and there are
That
different
that
comments
was
on
me.
that.
Whoop. That is pretty cool because you have lots of different details, and that you can already see that kind of impact. Those little things that are very cool. But one thing that I still want to ask you about game design, which is integrating these two seemingly different genres, right? The Telltale classic point and click thing with the other. So none of them would feel secondary. None of them, felt being left behind. So you could, both make the old fans, the Telltale fans, happy, but also giving it a new layer and an interesting one.
Yeah, I think it was all about pacing at the end of the day. I think we, as a team, are really, especially the directors, they are really like strict about keeping the pacing good and keeping it entertaining as a TV show would be, and that's even from the Telltale time, right?
Yeah.
And we did that on the shifts, or at least tried to do that on the shifts as well as in cinematics, right? So you can see on shifts, people keep talking, keep bantering, keep commenting about each other, busting each other's balls, right? So there is a lot of story content, especially of the Z team, in the shifts way more than there is in the story, I would even say. So when the Z team shines, where Malevola, Prism, all the other characters shine, is way more in the shifts, and I think that's the balance that fits into this, right? So you get to know them a little bit more in the shifts, and you get payoffs in the story, and vice versa. So I think that's the way that we integrate everything, like in a cohesive way.
Yeah. It really makes sense. So let's focus the shift now a little bit about the story, about these superhero things, and about when this game started, right? Because this was pre-COVID. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. When it was pre-COVID, it was a live action idea.
Oh.
So it would be a TV show, and we would have, there was like this platform where we could do choices. It was more complicated. I wasn't as deep into the project at that time, right? I was not even at AdHoc before COVID. I got hired in COVID by them. So after COVID happened, then, well, we cannot shoot this in live action, right?
Yeah.
Everything's stopping. So they started to move away from this to doing animated TV series, like a game, right? And slowly but surely, the vision that is now here became true, right?
Right. Right. And this is very interesting because this game has very big names apart from the Telltale part, but also the partnership with Critical Role and some people being involved, especially in terms of voice actors, right? So how is it to to manage all these people and make sure that you bring the best out of them in here?
I bet it was really difficult because the actors are not close to each other when they are acting, right? So there's usually a writer or a director like counteracting with them. So saying the line from Robert, so Blazer here can like react, that type of thing happens, So to look this cohesive when we are watching, there was a lot of effort, a lot of sessions, with each people, and also like I think Aaron Paul like last session was more than a year ago, and that's the VO we got. Like we cannot do pickups as easily as it would be with other actors, right? Like with voice actors that we usually work with, I guess, compared to like big like Jeffrey Wright. It's harder to get him on a booth to record like another intonation of a thing that Chase said, you know. That type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I mean, I get it. And right, one of the things that we see a lot here is this premise of office politics, an ensemble cast, former villains, dysfunctional teams, hero to hero relationships. So, what part of this, especially because this came, you know, Avengers got out eventually, so you have lots of superheroes everywhere. What do you make, you know, what do you make out of it? Maybe, oh, is it another superhero game? Is it another superhero story? We have already seen those.
Yeah, I think it feels different because first of the comedy, it feels really different and really rated at M. And it's just gonna escalate as we release more episodes. I will say, there's a lot of this specific trend of comedy, and the other thing is that Robert's story is really different, right? It's not a story about a superhero, right? It's a story
Yes.
about a normal dude, like Iron Man, that is dumb and doesn't have money, basically, right?
Yeah.
He cannot fix his suit, and he's not even smart enough to fix his suit. So it's like this big twist that you are not being the guy on the cape. You are being just a normal person trying to help each other, like the other person, better saying, right? So it feels different just by the center of Robert, I think, compared to everyone. And I feel like all the heroes have distinct behaviors with their powers. Like Visigal, like she has asthma, but she needs to hold her breath to turn invisible, right? We have that concept throughout a bunch of heroes. Like they have this bad connotation with their powers, not just a positive thing, you know, that helps balance things out in a really nice way. Or Chase, right? He can be really fast, but he gets older because of his speed. That
Yeah,
type of thing.
yeah. And I mean, how do you balance this? Because you can see, like, it's very comedic, it's very light, the interaction are super funny, but at the same time there is some really dark themes here. How do you balance this?
They're serious. I think Pierre and the whole writing team are really amazing, right? Like they are able. This was even, I felt like when I read the first script, it had that. Like it was hilarious, and then it became tense, like one page from another, right? And became like a real subject. I think because of we are talking without like a filter, you know, with the characters are talking better saying, right, without a filter.
Yeah.
So when they talk real stuff, it feels real as well, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they
I
feel
think that
very
might be
very real, very what would normal people sound like.
yeah.
In the office, even with the darker themes, it's very interesting. But yeah, I can imagine that this is it. We are almost arriving at the gameplay part, which is why I'm still asking you about the general feeling, so to contextualize people on this. So let's talk a little bit about the game structure in terms of release, because it's going to be released in weekly pairs, right?
Yeah.
How did this episodic structure influence the pacing and complexity of it all?
Yeah, I think there was idea of keeping the game in mind of people and having discussions about the choices, like almost like what we are talking right now, like will this impact the choice next, like people guessing and trying to figure out what's going to happen. And we really like that discourse, and the game really brings up that comparing notes moment, right? Like I did this, oh you did this, I did this, you know, type of energy
Yeah.
to the game. And I think seeing that week to week will be really powerful, like people
Yes.
comparing I think they will be replaying the entire thing week to week instead of just playing that episode, which is gonna be fun, to see that the choices really matter and that type of thing. So
I mean, this
I think
is
that's
one
the
of
main part.
this is one of the things that I really enjoy about it, though I really want to, binge play it. But
Mhm.
like a series, I think it's very, very cool that you are able to go through it at your pace, and this works
Yeah.
for some series as well. This is very cinematic, right?
Yeah.
And it works, in my opinion, it really works to keep the engagement going and to keep the replayability of it all more to the point, right?
Yeah. And complexity, both on the story and from gameplay perspective, rises so much slowly but surely as the season progresses
Yeah,
that choices start to have more and more impact. Like
course.
gameplay starts to get more complicated. That type of thing will also, I think, pay off of people getting slowly into that instead of just playing the whole thing, I guess. So, or replaying it even before, right? So I think there are positives of that. I know a lot of people are like, "Hey, I really wanted to play the whole thing right now."
Yeah, but
Uh,
it's good. It's good to keep people talking, to keep people discussing,
yeah,
and making sure that the characters and that the moments sink in and they have time to reflect on that, other than just binge
exactly.
it and okay, it's done, right?
And it's just 1 week. You always like next Wednesday there'll be other two, and then the next Wednesday. Isn't that much? Like Old Telltale was a month for an episode. I don't know if you
No, I
remember
mean it's
that.
fine. It's completely fine. By the way, I'm just seeing here a question in chats, and I'm in the chat, and I'm going to answer. Yes, the beeps are optional. I am running this with what is it?
Profanity filter, right?
Yes, with profanity, nudity filter, and the music filter. Yeah, because this is a session, I decided to turn it on to also, again, these are the kind of things that you can change on the game. Don't worry about it. I'm just making sure that everyone knows what this is about. But sorry I interrupted you.
No, not at all.
But yeah, here we get and we start to this other mechanic, the dispatching mechanic. Want to talk me a little bit about all of this? How did you work this? What was your process?
Yeah, it was complicated because from the prototype we tried a lot of different ways of dispatching. We had this comp which was This Is the Police, right? Which is like probably the most famous dispatching game that exists, and there was a lot of like interesting things in that game, and we wanted to bring it in a mindset that is more story oriented, right? So I think the first thing we thought was we really want to hear the characters talk in that
Yes.
screen, right? I think that was an important part of it. And as soon as we put like a hero and you were dropping it in a slot and they were answering that they were being selected for a mission, it just clicked right away. Like it feels like, oh, now I have to send him, he's excited, type of energy. And
Yeah.
that was fun. Like that was like the first sign that this could work, I think, from the gameplay side, because it was uniting VO, who the character is, right, with the whole word structure, and you are like engaged with both the
Yes.
character and the gameplay in a different way. So I think that was the beginning of everything, but there was a lot of iterations. Even this graph with the 5 stats,
Yeah.
like I think this was idea of our CEO Michael Chung. Even like he was playing like a FIFA or some sports game because we were using different values instead of these
Right.
5, instead of a graph, and he mentioned this to Nick Herman, and Nick mentioned to me, and then we suddenly pivoted to this because it made way more sense, right?
Yeah.
Then we were
I mean-
using a single value or 2 values, that type
Yeah.
of thing.
I mean, I think it makes so much sense, and I think it's very, very interesting and unique. honestly.
Mhm.
So essentially, this is our team.
Phoenix program?
This
Yeah.
is Phoenix program, which is, to give a little bit of
We're not
context to
looking for
those who
miracles.
are watching,
But we'd love one if we could get it.
they are
Can you show him his desk?
reformed or trying to be reformed villains, right? And this is a team
Yeah.
that has everything,
You want one? Here.
you know, all that you can think of that can go wrong. It's probably going wrong with this team.
This is you.
Yeah, they are the
And
Z team because they are the worst. Like A team is the best one, so you control the least, the worst possible team of the
Yeah.
entire SDN.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is something that is pretty cool. Now, the heroes have unique stats, unique quirks. How much depth is there to the roster management? No, are we?
There's.
Make it past the
Mhm.
first dispatch. And this is
I was just gonna say that there
What do
is
you mean, say?
you'll be fine.
mechanics that get introduced slowly throughout the game. You know, like on here on episode 2, right? We just get the first time of the roster, so we only have the base powers.
Yeah.
So each hero have their unique base powers, and they can be changed, modified, expanded later on on this other interaction that I don't want to spoil. And there's like end of shift benefits depending on your performance that you can make heroes better. So, and of course they are like they are their own entities. So
Yeah.
people don't like each other, people love each other. So you send them together, they like it, and that give them zabanas. Like there's a lot of stuff happening
Yeah.
that wise here.
Yeah. I mean, it's very cool that in every little interaction they react to everything, like you said, because this is a very narrative game, and it's very interesting. And I was wondering, what can be the long-term consequences of a wrong deployment beyond the
Well,
mission failure, right? I'm going to
Yeah.
pause this a bit because this is timed, and
There's a
I'm
lot
not
of
sure that you
people,
can
yeah.
answer this. I'm going to ask anyway.
There are direct sometimes like shift 1, the shift where you are in the billboard, the tutorial 1.
Yeah.
The cinematic right after that changes based on your performance. Like that's a simple one type of impact, right? Like the next one changes a little bit, like he's sad or he's happy. There are other more impactful ones later in the season, and there are also like, do you have sonar at the end of this shift?
Yes.
And you can send him or not to meet Van der Stank. You know, those are the ones that are going to impact gameplay a lot as well, because they give extra XP to sonar. So when you see sonar in the next shift, he's going to be way better because you send him there, you know?
Yes, yes, I've actually
there are
tried both
those
of them, and
reverberations.
we can go
Oh, you
through
tried?
them. So essentially,
Awesome.
let's talk a little bit about what's happening here. I'm not going to dispatch her yet. So essentially, you have this graphic, and you have the requirements like the climb, don't make the child cry. So these are some of the hints that are related to the powers of them. Like, don't make the child cry, you would assume is something related to charisma, and the climbing
Exactly.
here can be
mobility or vigor a little bit. Yeah. Something similar to that.
Yeah. So how was it for you to make sure that you would give enough hints of what would that translate into without giving too much detail so people could still
Yeah, was a really iterative process, a lot of playtesting, right? Especially because these are also localized, so this will kind of impact, like, depending on the language that you are playing the game even, right? Like, the way that it was localized is going to impact this a little bit, but on English, at least, you can see that each clue usually hints towards one stat. So when you open the scenario, the call that you just sent someone, you're going to see that there is the stat that he was talking about, you know, if he was talking about mobility or vigor.
But you can see it?
Yeah, when you open the call at the end, when you see the results,
okay,
after you
yes,
send
yes,
someone
yes, yes.
here.
So afterwards, yeah, because before that you don't know.
Exactly. That's the game, basically, right? It's trying to figure those out.
I mean, I've tried this a lot of times, and you can still fail. And
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
going to talk about it as soon as we get something here. Um, I will address the questions in the chat after this part because I think it's interesting to understand what's going on here. And since I have the possibility of discussing how long it will take. So here you have the climb, the okay. Yes, I
You have the
know.
mobility icon right close to climb. Oh, but you got the tutorial for leveling
Yes,
up.
yeah, I know. I have done this already. But yeah, essentially, this is the idea of how when you dispatch a hero, you have the how I'm
You have to
selecting it.
progress to the tutorial. If you press L1, like your shoulder button.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, then square. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So the tiefling is going to get good in charisma. I mean, I'm not sure if that is the point, but I can assume that might have something to do with it. But yeah, so basically, this is whenever you get enough experience, they will level up, and you can start specializing your teams. In certain ways. But so yes, this is what you were talking about before, right?
Yeah.
So based on charisma, and it's not showing the things, but okay, I'll just hover. Charisma and mobility here, right?
Yeah.
And you can still fail, right?
Yeah. You wanted even a bit more mobility, I guess, right?
Yeah. So is this percentage the probability, the real probability that you have of landing it? So or is this?
Yeah. No, that's RNG. It bounces, calculating the chance of going in the center, right? And it does the zoom in. If it's gonna, it almost failed. It does that. So it was close.
Okay, let's go to the other one. Okay, no, it was.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to try some different choices here and trying to see what happens if we fail. Let me see. What should I put her with? Maybe I'll go for combat here. I don't know. I'm just doing some random things right now. And now you have one of the hacking.
The hacking
things.
Yeah.
I think I have it. Let me change this on the settings. I'm not sure if I can. No, I cannot see.
The unlimited hacking lives, the hacking attempts. Yeah, you have it on.
Okay.
So you should not have a timer.
Yeah, yeah.
You turned it off. Just saying.
I turned it off, yes, because I was thinking. Because when I got the first time, I didn't change. I turned it off, or I didn't change it. I'm not sure now.
I see.
And I got really confused. Like, okay, this is not that hard. What's going on here? But tell me a little bit more about this mechanic, how it came to be, why did you decide to go?
Yeah, I think this came from a desire of having more of a real-time pressuring thing. It's not like turn-based like the game, the core shift mechanic is, right? Like you are really doing inputs that is having an impact real-time. There's even more to this mechanic that gets built upon it as well. And there's the timing component, right? This is one of the only hackings in the game that don't have a timer, because we feel like it's a really introduction to hacking a little bit,
Yeah.
It's the first one after episode 1. So the one after this for the museum, there is a timer and is a little bit more pressure, right? And it gets
I'm going to try it just
nice.
so we can see it. So I have to take Prism, right? To be able to do it.
Yeah, you can send anyone there thinking you can hack it. But
yeah. All right.
The hacking mechanic also impacts a little bit the cinematics. At the end of this episode, if you already played, there's a big like branching path with hacking.
Yeah,
Like
I think I heard about
there's like two hacking levels, better saying, that change a little bit depending on your choices.
I'm going to try because what I've been feeling,
Mhm.
if I don't send him to somewhere, is going to put something on fire. Because
You can try.
I put him on fire before. No.
He refuses to go because he fought in the bar the other
Yes,
day. Remember?
I threw alcohol
Yeah.
into. Whoops. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, that was unexpected. I was going to try. Let's see if he doesn't, if this doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
But well, there we have it. Let's try it. No, I don't want this because this can be diplomatic. This can be. So we should head for charisma, right?
Mhm.
And I'm going to send two of them.
Swift as the night, sharp as my knife.
Okay, well, I tried to send someone else, but
Boat robbery in progress at the yacht club.
okay, pursue and return the boat in one piece. So I would assume that I'll go with this, I guess. Oh, it doesn't let me, yeah. This is terrible. I would go for someone that are resting. I'll wait a bit. So is this because the heroes have to rest, they have to go on, they are deployed to the missions, then when they are back they have this timer, but so the timer of the incidents themselves is also something that you thought about.
Yeah.
When managing your resources with the time that you have, maybe sometimes it's better that you do not answer instead of doing it bad. So how would you balance that kind of things?
Yeah, it's a lot of playtesting and a lot of experimentation at the end of the day, right? The duration of each mission changes a little bit depending on which. The place where they are in the map, right? If it's really far from SDN or if it's really close, that impacts a lot. There are powers that get introduced that really change this, like that can really impact how fast heroes go and come back. Like if you're sending Visigal alone, she goes really fast. So sometimes it's better to send her by herself, even with lower chance, so at least there's a chance to succeed. So yeah, it's a big part of the mechanic is the spinning plates energy that we have in the shift, right? You're trying to keep all of these 5 things running at the same time.
Yeah, makes sense. And would you say that, again, I still have to try it myself, but would you say, is it better to balance the powers of the heroes or make them a little bit more focused on certain areas?
I think it depends on the hero. Like Coop here, she has a boost on mobility or combat based on the first or second slot, right? So you're gonna get 1 point added to it depending on that. So she's really good at those two, right? Like if you're gonna have 5 or 6 on her here, is already like she's a ace on those stats. But other heroes like Sonar flips all of his stats when he becomes a monster, right? So that's a completely different thing. So you have to think, oh, if I put combat on Sonar, it's gonna become intelligence, or actually the inverse. It flips those two stats, right? So you have to take that into account. So they are really unique in that way that their powers influence so much.
I'm going to send Invisigal here.
Yeah.
To see the fact that she's going to get really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Washed up, drinking alone. A robot guy without his robot, I guess.
So, just a guy?
Hear that, Flambe?
And it's very interesting that they are talking about, reacting about things that happened on the previous one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how did this go. Oh! Amazing. So this can happen as well, which is cool.
Yeah, that's
But then
100%.
also the choices that you make. So some of them have choices. How do
Yeah.
you balance the ones that have choices, the ones that are straight, stats?
Hmm.
Fire at a local park has gotten out of control.
There are choices inside of choices, even, like if you fail choices, sometimes there's another choice. Like
Yeah.
like the kryptonite one that you were playing, if you gave them a name that they didn't like it didn't have enough charisma, it goes into another choice that you can beat them up, so you can use
Oh,
combat to deal with the situation instead of
okay, that
charisma.
is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. So I'm sending Oh, I can send Invisigal already.
Yeah, she's really fast.
I'm going to send both of them, though I'm not using the specific ones. I think it's this one. To show the other thing. So
Mm-hmm.
in this run, I have Sonar in the right position, which is great. Is Sonar's form random?
No, it's every time he does a call, he changes basically.
Okay, makes sense.
So after this call, he's gonna become a monster. Then after the next ones, becomes human again, or hybrid as we call it.
Okay, there you go. I usually go through the weave since I have Invisigal, but I will go with the hack to to see the timer.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have here the remembering thing, or is it later on? I'm not sure.
It is later on, yeah. With
Sonar, yes, is that exactly?
Mm-hmm.
I feel pressured now. And I'm not going to talk, otherwise I'm going to get very, very distracted. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Give me a second here. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I'm good. Am I? Am I? I am. Okay.
Nice.
Whew. And I got an achievement.
Oh, nice.
So yes, that adds a little bit of tension and urgency to the thing.
Yeah, it breaks the pace, right? You are just chilling here, sending heroes. Sometimes it becomes more like a different vibe, right, from that. So it's good to have that thing happens once in a while.
I am very I usually go for the body, but let's see what happens if I do this.
So this is a fun one because now that the golem's gonna fail, I think he has actually enough intelligence. No, all right.
Oh no!
He got hurt, but it's even worse. When you close this call, there will be another fire that is even worse that's gonna appear.
Okay, but this is actually cool to show how your decisions actually matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go here for Invisigal. I'm going to get more mobility. I don't think you need. Maybe more charisma. I think she needs it.
Mm-hmm.
Just because she can be a little bit of a hard to deal with.
100%.
Let's say it like this. So compile and cross-reference, track down the members. So I would go with her for speed. Let's wait for a bit to see if someone else can rest.
And you get some tools in the later shifts that you can remove heroes from resting and you can heal them, using this as the end pharmacy.
Yay.
Nice.
Half man, half bat, all freak.
Okay, so cross-reference. I would go for Coupe here, and maybe Prism. Let's go with this. Let's see how this will work. And the fire is getting worse.
Yeah,
Oh
there will be
no.
another call there in a while. That's way harder.
Okay, but that is good. At least I have one more
Yeah.
call, right?
Exactly. Yeah, there's more XP to gain.
Okay, nice.
Hey, Bobby. Here, William Vandersnake needs a security detail.
I'm going to send Sonar now.
Been wanting
Okay.
to pitch him some stuff I've been working on.
Yeah, pretty sure that's exactly what he's trying to avoid.
Okay, so you can only choose one solution,
Yeah.
which is
I'm going to need you to
send
protect
someone
Mr.
else,
Vandersnake from the
right?
Or
Vandersnake
send sonar.
scandal.
Yeah.
And you have here the requirements, and you have here, if you can see the
The effect, right?
cursor, the entire
Mhm.
team will receive XP, or Sonar will receive a lot of
It would
XP.
mean a lot.
But
Yeah.
he's really a fanboy of
Mhm.
of this, so this will probably also, improve the relationship
Yeah.
with Sonar, right?
That you have, right? Mm-hmm.
So I will go for this to see how it goes.
Go ahead.
I don't think it's a great idea, but
Well, I didn't think I would until you said that.
I cannot send
And there are
Bombay.
unique choices that you were mentioning. There are unique choices based on heroes. I don't know if you got those yet. Like, depending on the hero that you send. Like, if you send, I think, Malevola to that fire one, she has a different, like, choice that is
Okay.
exclusive for her, that type of thing.
Okay, I will try it then.
Golem, or I think both have. Golem and Malevola have different choices on this. Oh, it's
But I
also
don't
cool
want
because...
to send him again.
Well, if you send him right now, he's gonna trigger Malevola's power, and she's gonna heal him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Let's that is a cool thing. So
You haven't
yeah.
discovered it yet, so...
Okay, thank you for the tip. It's nice to. Oh no, I didn't send them. Okay, so I'm going to send both of them and see how this will go.
Can I have it?
Nice. This is pretty cool. Okay, so okay. I actually have no idea what, because relatable, I think just wing it. Just wing it.
I don't know. So
It's a bet.
So
So
wing it.
okay,
no.
that was a good choice actually.
Wing
No, it wasn't.
Maybe.
It wasn't.
Stretch, but
You get a little
Come on,
image with
don't turn
him
into a monster.
meeting Vanderstank if you get it right there. And there are
Okay.
those kinds of choices on each shift.
I will go with Prism here. No, I will go with Punch Up.
I'm doing it. Damn it.
And
Can't punch a child.
I'm going to send Invisigal alone.
How long was the last dispatcher here?
2 days.
Oh,
Yeah, those two choices. They can be good or bad. They can be like a hero doing a unique thing to them that makes the call be successful or fail. So you need really to think if they will do that,
My tail's wagging, I swear.
yay! That is pretty cool. Okay, so essentially we are running out of time. So and I still have a little bit of questions here in the chat to ask you, which are, I mean, I could stay here all day, talking about this and explaining everything, and going through all the choices, all the things. But this question is, I see the game is very positive on Steam, but how has been the sales, if you can say?
They are going well. I think they are. If you see the top selling games, we are just behind Battlefield 6. So hopefully we take Battlefield off,
Congratulations.
right? Yeah. So I think sales are going really well. So the game is gonna be successful, hopefully. And especially because I think there will be another boost every week as new episodes release as well. So that's another good part of doing the episodic release.
Yeah. And there is the next comment is there any plans for a sequel already?
We always talk, no, we're going to put this on dispatch too, when we cannot do an idea, like we are always talking that way in the gameplay crew. So I'm sure if people buy it, we're going to do another one, I'm sure. There are plans for other games that we have, I think, but not specifically for dispatch 2 yet.
Yeah, and the comments, the other comments were like, the game came out today and you already want a sequel. I will endorse that. I want a sequel too. And I can feel it. There is oh, I believe the game is doing great in the first few hours, but you have already answered that. And I have a comment here saying congratulations, Shard, and the rest of the team.
Thank
and
you,
I have
guys.
to say this has been amazing to be able to talk here a little bit. I wanted to ask a little bit about if you had to name the most ambitious or unusual feature that you and your team implemented in this patch, and that you think players will be most surprised by, what would it be?
On the gameplay side, right, there are really interesting content developed on the later part of the season, stuff that really plays with the player input, with the player perspective, that I don't want to spoil, of course, because that's the fun about playing the game. So there's really fun, unique content later on the season that is so unique and so different from any other game, and I think that's what's really worth it about it. 1 second, then my headphone died.
Oh no. Are you back yet? Maybe.
Now I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, fantastic. And just to close this, any anything that you would like to say to the people that are watching here?
No, not specifically. I guess take a look at Dispatch. I think is a really unique game, even for people that don't like superheroes, or even for people that don't like story games. I feel like it feels different, from older Telltale stuff, but still is good for people who like Telltale stuff. So there's this balance, there's more gameplay to it than old Telltale stuff.
All right.
And there's this specific genre imbued into the story stuff, right? So this multi-layer thing works really well, and we are really excited for the other episodes to release.
Thank you so much, Charles, and once again, congratulations. We will have a short break, and we will be right back with more games to showcase, so please stay tuned.